Retired Circuit Court Judge Steve Alm has won the race to be the next Honolulu prosecutor, winning about 56% of the vote and defeating defense attorney Megan Kao. And he'll be taking over an office that's looking to restore trust and confidence with the public after being marred by the Kealoha scandal. And joining us this morning is Judge Alm. Good morning, sir, and how are you feeling this morning? Must have been a long night.
Good morning, Ross. You know, I think it was a really long night for everyone, but the voter turnout was wonderful. Let's hope people stay engaged in every election from now on, just like that.
Now, what will be your first order of business when taking over office?
Well, as I said in my announcement last November, this election is all about restoring trust to the prosecutor's office, getting rid of any corruption, looking at Kathy Kealoha's cases, but also talking about ethics. You know, I'm sure there are a lot of good deputies there. I know some of them. There's some that I'll meet. I think working together, we can do more training, instill confidence in a way that has been missing for a while, make it a place people want to work again. I look forward to working with the deputies, staff, investigators that are there right now, too.
And how do you go about changing the culture? Do you have to clean house? Do you have to just go piece by piece? Because people are resistant to change.
They absolutely are. I've started a number of programs over my career, and change is one of the hardest things to do, no question about it. But there will be, you know, a few people that will be asked to leave. I will be bringing, you know, perhaps a few people with me, but it's working with the people that are there. I think when I was there before, I did training. We get the skill levels up. You can negotiate plea agreements from a position of strength. You can be more effective in trial. The COVID crisis is causing a real challenge throughout the system. There are backlogs at each of the court systems. That's going to have to be worked on as well. But I like challenges. I like solving problems. I'm looking forward to working with a lot of good people to get that office to be the best it has ever been.
You said that you're bringing over some people. Can you name them? And have you actually spoke with acting prosecutor attorney Dwight Nadamoto?
It would have been botchy to do that before today. I mean, Dwight and I have known each other for a long time. I'm sure we'll be talking today. We've both been in the position of being there during a transition, and it can be a stressful time, but we're both professionals. We've been at this for a long time. I think he wants the best for the office. I want the best for the office. I've got some folks helping with the transition, but I'm sure we can work together to make it as smooth as possible.
And what's your final message to our viewers this morning?
Well, I think the voters have spoken. They trust my record of proven leadership and of being innovative, and I've seen the criminal justice system in a big picture now that I've been a judge as well as a prosecutor. So you can do two things. You can send the violent and dangerous to prison, and you can help folks succeed on probation. It isn't it isn't sending everybody to prison. It isn't letting them out. It's sending the right people to prison and helping other people succeed on probation. That is public safety, too.
All right, there you have it, Honolulu prosecutor-elect and Judge Steve Alm. We appreciate the time this morning, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you, Ross. Look forward to talking to you in the future.
All right, for now, let's switch things up to talk about the weather situation because things are changing, Kel, right?
That's right.